What's up, Internet, and welcome to another episode of the Professor Layton in the Curious Village Let's Play. Now, I think this may be the finale. I'm not too sure. We're going to see what transpires. I've solved 75 puzzles. Did it off screen. So, we are here. We are ready to begin exploring the tower, obviously in the final chapter. I have no idea what's going to happen, if I'm being honest. But we have our theories. Our theory obviously being that old man with sack is the guy who letters were finding around, the notes, and he's replacing people with like replicas type deal. I think that's what is going to. I'm so sorry. My nose is like suddenly starting like. So okay. Yeah, looks like you've solved at least 75 puzzles. All right then, go in the tower. Bit of an odd thing in it, but you know. This place gives me the creeps. Plus it's all murky in here and I can't see a thing. Oh my. Oh, and now we're dead. Right, cheers guys. I guess that's it. I guess that's Professor Layton. No? Oh, my head. Luke, are you alright, my boy? No injuries, I hope. Don't worry, Professor. I'm fine. And yourself? Nothing a good bath later won't solve. More importantly, where are we? Okay. This room is stuffed to the gills with curious machines. I've never seen anything like them. What do you suppose they do? What in the world? Look over there on the wall, Professor. My word. These are views from all over the town displayed here. Don't they almost look like blueprints? And what's this? Almost every village's name is on this wall. Professor, what if someone is using this place to keep an eye on what's going on in St. Mystere? Look, there's stairs all over the place. Let's get out of here. This place is giving me goosebumps. Yes, you're quite right, Luke. Let's head out. Okay, that is quite mysterious, all things considered. What's this? You! You two again. What are you doing here? What are you up to? Just a moment, sir. What are you talking about? Bruno. Okay. I knew it. You came here to steal my secrets, didn't ya? Didn't ya? Don't play dumb with me. I see right through ya. Do you think I've been watching? I've seen you two sniffing about every nook and cranny and tune, getting in the way of me work. Now I've had it, so unless you want trouble, give me back number 38. Please calm yourself, sir. Just listen to what we have to say for a moment. We haven't intended to get in the way of your work. We are merely searching for the golden apple. Even though there's anything about this number 38 business. Oh. Did you just say the golden apple? You're really looking for the golden apple then? Precisely. Do you know anything that could help us to us? Is that how it is, eh? What you're looking for is on the top floor of the tower. Watch out, because the puzzling tower harder than a whole mess of diamond drip drills. I know they call you a puzzle master, but are you sure you have what it takes to solve them? Now, why would you go and tell us something like that? I bet you just want to set us up right into walking some kind of trap. What could I possibly gain from doing something like that? I want to mention, it's my duty to guide those golden apple toward their goal. It's a mischief maker stuck into the village, and I'm all confused, but I think I've figured things out now. Sorry. Seeing as how it's your duty and all, would you mind filling us in? What is St. Mystere's biggest secret? Alright. Name is Bruno. I work for the Reinhold family. For some time now, I manage St. Mystere from up here in the tower. Manage St. Mystere? You're the one who manages the life of each of the villagers, aren't you? What in the world are you two talking about? Surely you must have seen them too, Luke. Recall the cogs we found about in the list of names we saw in that room? Oh, whoa. All the villagers in St. Mystere are robots created by Bruno. What do you mean the villagers are all robots? In other words, the inhabitants of St. Mystere aren't human, but constructed machines, they're robots, my boy. I would say I'm astonished that anyone could build such elaborate machines. You must be quite the engineer, sir. Oh, aren't you a smart? I never actually figured out so much of the mystery by yourself. What do you mean, sir? St. Mystere isn't a real town, Luke. It was constructed by Bruno and the late Baron. How am I doing so far, Bruno? You're right on the money. Master believed that one day an heir of worthy his fortune would come forward. He had built this city in order to dwell in it, didn't it, to prepare for that day? Then he has great precious golden apple away in the top floor of this tower. I was ordered to protect it with me life. Until the person arrives who can solve the puzzle of the golden apple, I will continue to protect it. Mark, I'm impressed at how the Baron Reinhold went to protect his treasure. Not just any treasure, mind you. The golden apple was the Baron's most precious treasure. But why go through all this just to hide treasure? Why build an entire village to protect it? Oh, whoops. Seems like I've already let it loose slip, dear. I've already said more than I should have. You answered before waiting for the top of the tower. Go on then. Show me if you're the one who can solve the puzzle of the golden apple. I'm kind of scared, to be honest. Okay. Tiny cogs have been solved. Abductions have been solved. Okay. It's quite a lot's been solved. Get in there. Get in there. Okay, right. Let's head. I guess this is where we start. Gotta get to the top, so I'm assuming we have to solve. Professor, look, the stairs are barred up. Ah, this was one of those puzzles. Does look quite difficult. Perfect time, my boy. I'm in the mood for some puzzles with some meat on it. Oh, I'm not though. Okay, let's get the ball out. Flexing door is a device. We have no hint coins as well. If you guide the ball to the hole in the lower right. Okay. Right. Slide box out of the way. So immediately, the two things we can do are slide these blocks. Okay, let's do that. Okay. Right. Okay. So, right. So, we're doing this so far. Okay. How does one... This feels like a good starting place. Okay. No. Yeah. Okay, let's see. So you can obviously move those there, move that there. I know I'm kind of, I guess, backtracking, but... Oh no. Yeah? Okay. Oh, okay. I'm not entirely sure. I don't know if we need to move this one in particular. How do we... Right, so if we can get over here, get that here. But then we can't move this one, can we? Not unless we were to move this down. I'm not entirely sure how we do that. Oh, this is sneaky. This is sneaky. Okay, right, let's do that. Then we can't really move that, can we? Yes. Okay, right. Are we on to something? No. I feel like we're on to something, but I'm not entirely sure. Okay, right. Right, so we've moved that. What about this, though? How do we get this? Okay, we can do that. Right. Then we can move that. Move this up here. Move that there. Move this here. Okay. Right. Okay, we're getting somewhere. We are getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere. Okay, right. Yes. Maybe if we move that there, move this here. Maybe we need that down there. Move that there, that there. But then we're still stuck here, in which there's no place where we can really move that, unless we move that there. But then this is here, and then our problems continue. Okay, oh my god, are you kidding me? Bro, this is rough. This is rough. If this is the first of them all, I'm a bit nervous, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, if this is the first of them all, then I'm not feeling particularly optimistic. I am, I guess, vaguely hoping I can, like, accidentally solve it. No, but then we're still in the same issue here of the fact that we need to move this like that. But then we can't get that back up. Okay. Right, yeah, because we can't. Oh my god, oh my god. You can do this in 20. How on earth do you do this in 21 moves? Get out of here. I feel like this is a good start. I feel like getting this down here is a decent enough start. But then it's just getting this out of the way. That is our only concern right now. Is getting this out of the way. But look at this is full. So how are we supposed to move? Unless that stays there. Okay, move this. Again, I'm doing the same thing over and over and over. Because I'm just not entirely sure what else we can really do. I'm just trying to see if there's something I've maybe missed. No. What on earth? Oh, I don't know if I can get this. I don't know if that means anything. If being able to do this, I don't think that really helps anything. Because then we're just kind of, oh, I guess we can do that. But again, does that help anything? I guess not. I mean, this just does. I guess that kind of opens up a bit of stuff there. But even then, it kind of needs this to be done. Now we've just got the things there, which doesn't really help us too much. So unless there's a way where we can somehow get this, yeah, like get all of these up there. I don't know if that can be done. Let's see, how would that? But even then, we're substituting this for that, and that's not doesn't mean anything. Oh my god. I don't know. Maybe we need to restart and have a fresh look at it. Okay. So, okay, right. So looking at things, if we move this down, okay. You can do this in 21 moves, which I guess is something we can keep in mind. Okay, so it's going to be about the empty spaces, isn't it? Even then, there's not a lot of places where things can move, and only, if we think about it, only these ones, like the purple and the greens, can go in here. So there quite obviously needs to be a purple and a green in each, or a purple or a green in each. So if we start out by moving these, that means we can't do anything. Yeah, I feel like it kind of has to be so that it's something like that. This moves over here. This moves in here. This moves over here. Okay? Right. Right. Okay. And then we can do something like that. Doesn't really help. What would help us? Maybe moving... We're kind of going back to square one, though. Okay, so if we move that there, then we're kind of not stuck. We're not stuck. Well, now we're kind of stuck. So if we move this here, then we're stuck. Now there's nothing that can be done. But we could try and... How did I get this down here? I don't even remember how I did that. That was... I wonder if I can get a hint for this. What is this, number 94? I would just like to see a hint, because I'm not going to be able to get this just by... I don't just want to sit here for a solid hour, sitting, and just moving things. You know what I mean? Like, at the end of the day, this is me trying to just show something. So if, I don't want to just look up the answer. But if I could at least... 94. Okay, wait, 94. Okay, hint 1. If you're sitting in your areas, you'll eventually get the balls to the hole. But there are tricks to streamline the process. The large block in the puzzle is relatively limited in range of movement, so you're going to have to do more work with the smaller and more maneuverable blocks. Focus on them and plan out a route things should go smoothly. If you move the green block on the right down, you can fill the space you create with a purple block from the right. If you pull that off, you're able to move the blue block in the upper left, which allows you to move the red ball out of the slot. Wait, okay. If you move the green block on the right down... Right. So right is this way. So if you move the green block on the right down... What? So what, like that? Yeah. Fill the space you create with the purple block from the right. Yeah. You can pull out, you're able to move the blue block in the upper left, which will allow you to move the red ball out of slot. Yes. Here's one way to start. Move the lower left, then slide the lower blue block to the left. Next, drop the green block on the right down. The lower left. Okay, so these. This leaves us with no way of progressing. Okay, I guess... Even then, it's like we can... Okay, well, we've got it in here, which I guess is a decent start. It's progress at the least. So now we just kind of need to... Wait. Yes. Okay. We're close. I feel like we're close. We just need to get this green block out of the... Well, not necessarily the green block out of the way, but the... Boom. Boom. Okay, 7... Right. It's good. We solved one puzzle 20 minutes in. Get in there. Okay. Okay, cool. That's one down. Okay. Say Professor... Okay, right. When the crank for the bridge was stolen, we were sealed in the village along with Don Polio. Who knew how to find this more than coincidence? Someone planned it, but who? Ah, well, Luke, I don't know evidence by which that was Bruno's doing. Bruno, why in the world would Bruno do something like that? Do you remember what he said? It's his duty to show those who seek the way to the golden apple. But naturally, Bruno had no idea what kind of people would come lightly trapped us in the village to buy himself some time to evaluate who we were. He wanted to see if we were worthy of the secret. That's terribly presumptuous of him, don't you think? How can you think either of us were bad people? He doesn't even know us. Who knows how Bruno saw it, but I'm certain he was just being careful. After all, Don Paulo managed to sneak in with us. Bruno probably had his hands full and needed the time to see what kind of people had entered the village. I wanted to ask about that too. Luke, we should really get started here. You can ask me your next question while we're climbing. Okay. So I'm assuming, yeah, all of these are going to get solved. That's fine. That's cool. The golden apple definitely isn't a golden apple, is it? It's definitely something else. Right. I guess this is the next one. It seems like there's only 2 more puzzles, maybe? Okay, right. Come on, puzzle. Come on. Come on. Hit me with something. Puzzle number 95, a magic square. You need to solve this magic square. Magic square is a set of numbers organized in a square so that by adding any string of 3 numbers, be they horizontal, vertical, or diagonal, result in the same total. Okay, right. There's only a limited amount of ways we can do this. There's definitely a lot of ways, but there's only a limited amount of ways, which is something. Okay? So 2 and 1 are here. Right. Let's see. Let's start. Okay, so for instance, if we do this, that would give 10, okay? So we could then also get 10 by maybe doing 2. What else equals 10? 2, no, because it'd be 2, 7, and 1. So maybe not 10. How about 9? Nope. Can't be 9. Maybe? Could it be? 3, 5, and 4, 2. No, it couldn't be 9. How about 8? So 2, 3, which is 5. And you get 8 by adding another 3. Nope. How about... Wait. Okay, so wait. This is... What? Okay, I feel like you need a hint for this, don't you? Because I feel like the only way you can really do it is by knowing what number you're trying to... What do the hints say? Okay, hint 1. If you have the patience to experiment with all 7 numbers, you'll run across... And not everyone has the patience. The number 5 goes in the center. Cheers. Okay, hint 2. The sum... Okay, so the sum we're looking for is 15. The sum we're looking for is 15, okay? That simplifies things, very much so. Okay, so 2... So to get 15... 1, 5... So that's 6, so 9 goes here. 2, 9, that's 11, so 4 goes there. 9, 6 here. 8, 7, right, 7, so 6, so that's 7, 8, 3. Right.
I think I've got it.
Cool.
Professor,
Okay.
I've solved it.
Again, we're just using what the game gives us in terms of hints. That's all we're using. Okay? I got it. The door's open now. Good show, Luke. So what was it you were asking me earlier? I'm all ears now. I want to know when Don Paulo sucked his way into the village. Seems like he followed us here. When we went to St. Stairs through the drawbridge, but I doubt Franco would let in such an obviously evil character as Don Paulo. Yes, to be honest, I still haven't quite figured out how Don Paulo entered St. Stairs himself. Because after he made his way in, he tried to stay at Beatrice's inn. Oh, so that's the man who skipped down his bill. Figures it was Don Paulo. So that weasel did himself up to look like in 2020. He stuck into the mansion and... Hold on, where did he kill Simon? We'll get to that in a moment. We must keep climbing. Come along. 85. Okay, right. So is this... Oh, hello. What's good, my good man? Konnichiwa, amigos. I'm glad to see other people. I thought I'd be wandering this place forever. Hey, how did you get in here? There's no way you solved all those puzzles. Je ne sais pas. I just happened a momento. I was wandering the sewers. Next thing I know, I'm here. I take this isn't a local hotspot my guidebook promised it would be. How curious. So where is it you'd like to go? If you go down these stairs, you can return to the village proper. Make sure you don't fall into the large hole by the entrance. ZZ, that should be enough information to get me there. Maybe I ask one more favor. I'll just talk upstairs, remind me of a nat so I know. Answer it for me, por favor. Puzzle number 96. Take the stairs. Okay. You have business on the 8th floor of a 10-story building. It took you 48 seconds to make your way from the 1st floor to the 4th. If you keep moving at the same speed, how long will it take you to reach the 8th floor from the 4th? Keep moving at the same speed. Right? 48 seconds. Wait. 48, because you're moving at the same speed. It would be the same amount of time.
Luke, here's my answer.
What?
I suppose I thought wrong.
So you've already come... Wait. How does... Let's take another look. So we're on the 4th floor. Yes. So, if it's on the 4th floor... Wait, okay. Wait. So first, there are stairs up to the 2nd. Stairs to the 3rd. Stairs to the 4th. So that's 3 stairs. Okay, right. Okay, so this 4th floor. to 5th floor, 6th floor, 7th floor, 8th floor. Right, so 48 divided by 12. No, 48 divided by 3 is 48 divided by 3. Let's see, 48 divided by 24. So 16. Yeah, 16. So we add another 16 onto 48 and we get 64. Right?
There we go.
Cool. There we go. That's what we're talking about.
Thinking is the key to success.
End game puzzle. I see. Now I'm ready to go back to the village. What a strange fellow. Professor, do you suppose that man is human? I believe so. He's an odd one though, isn't he? I've never seen explorers with such a poor sense of direction. For instance, how he entered St. Mr. I don't think even he knows how he did that. I was present yesterday was another reason why Bruno felt compelled to hide the crank. Okay. Makes sense. Okay, I guess we're heading up to Tower Floor 4. We're getting nearer and nearer to the end. We're getting nearer and nearer. It seems that we're faced with another puzzle lock, Luke. All in good time, my boy. Okay. Right, cool. Puzzle number 97, Princess in a Box 1. Tired of living a sheltered life, this princess is trying to escape her castle. Armed guards. Okay, slide the box out of the way to move the red one out the exit to the right. Okay. Okay. Right. Let's think about this one at a time. It's one of our all-time favorite puzzles in this game. The freedom depends on... Okay, right. So it's just another one of the moving the bliggity block puzzles. Yes. Okay, right. Yes. Okay, we've kind of done a bit of a... Okay, right. Yeah, yes. Move that there. Okay, wait. No. Okay, so if that can't go there, then I guess that has to go... But then this one's... No. Okay. Right. We were close, but no cigar. How do you want to do this? Wait. Yes. Okay, so we move that down. Okay. Then the only problem is that how do we, Wait, what if we do this? So we can move that along. Okay, yeah. Yes, perfect. Okay, right, so we're along the right tracks. We just need to move this. Is there enough space to do this? Because there's only 2 things of space. Doesn't feel like there should be enough space for us to actually pull this off. Okay, right. Yeah, it doesn't feel at all like there should be enough space to pull this off. But okay, I'll take their word for it. What? How? Okay, wait. So we need to move this along one. Yeah. So if we move this... Maybe down? Maybe I'm thinking the wrong way. Maybe we need to move this down. But we can't because of this. Okay, so let's move this back. Let's move this slightly back. Yeah. But even then, this is still in the way. Yeah, that's still in the way no matter what we do. I just don't believe there's enough space. I want to look at a hint for this one. Okay. Wait, okay. Hint one. You might think you're stuck within moments, but as long as you aren't repeating, you'll get the block out. Yeah. There's a trick to give you some wiggle room. Try to move the blue blocks so both of them directly above or below the red block. Well, to the exit until you finish the step. Right, so let's restart. So we want to get this one down here. Okay? Right, let's focus on doing that. On getting this all the... Okay, right, let's not do it that way. Okay, so we want to get this one down. How the hell do we do that? Oh my god. Okay. We're just, wait. I'm so confused. Okay, restart. Yes. Right, yeah. Okay, now we move these down. So we're kind of just repeating ourselves here a tad. But only really in the fact that we want to get this below. How do we get this below this? How do we do that? Maybe if we focus on moving this down. No. Yes, okay, now we're moving it a bit down. Okay. Yes, okay, so then now these are both below. Wait, but how do we get... Okay, so now these are both below. Hint 3. Here's one more trick. While sliding blocks around, see if you can move 2 blocks to the immediate right. See if you can't move 2 blocks to the immediate right. Then move the purple block to the right of those. To the immediate right. So... Wait, so like that. Because then we can do that. Yes. Yes. Then we're kind of stuck, aren't we? Wait, no, unless we do this. Yeah, unless we do this. Okay. What? Wait. We need to get this down. Wait, no. So if we can move this down one. Yes, and then we can rearrange this so that this goes here. Okay, yes. And then we're stuck. See, this is the problem, is that how do you get... Yes, okay. Right. There we go. Okay. Oh my god. Oh, that took ages. Okay, that took quite a while. That's fine. Princess in the Box is done. These box puzzles, bro. These sliding puzzles. There we are. The door should open now. Amazing as always, Professor. Now about Simon. What exactly happened in the mansion? Don Polo really make off with Simon? I'd say so. This is just my theory, mind you, but I think that Don Polo followed us into the manor. That's when we met Simon, or came across him, as the case may be. I expect Simon had already collapsed when Don Polo found his body sprawled on the floor. Just like with Raymond. So maybe Simon has also stopped functioning properly, huh? Guess all the robots break down sooner or later, and when they do, Bruno comes to collect them. And he fixes them here, in the basement of the tower. Oh, do you suppose the noise from the tower are actually the sounds of Bruno's machine working? I think you're spot on, Lou. That must be why people began to associate the disappearances with the roaring from the tower. Don't forget that despite its peculiar appearance, Don Polo is a scientific genius. Therefore, he probably realised why Simon had stopped moving. If it weren't for the golden apple, Don Pollard likely would have left St. Mystere right then. I'm sure he was eager to take the robot apart and learn how it worked. That must be when he decided to disguise himself as Inspector Chemley, right? That rat made up the whole murder story on the spot. That's not the whole mystery. Come, Luke. We must keep moving. I'll explain the rest as we go. Oh, okay. And then solve mysteries. I'm assuming that'll be the noise. And the rumbling tower and Raymond. Okay. Cool. Not the noise, though, even though I think... It feels like we just... Yeah, we figured out why. Okay, tower floor 5. Oh, hello. I'm assuming you're who we need to talk to. Hey, now fancy meeting you here, dearie. How did I try a little puzzle I made up? How on earth did she get up here? She must have overtaken us at some point. Funny, I didn't even see the old girl pass us. Quit whispering amongst yourselves and try out me puzzle already. It's a humdinger. Okay. Another puzzle. Puzzle number 98, card order. 70 picarettes. You place 1 joker and 4 aces with different suits face down on the table. With the hints below, use the hints below to determine the position of each card. The club is to the immediate right of the heart. So right is like that. Okay. Neither the diamond nor the joker is next to the spade. Neither diamond nor the joker is next to the spade. Okay. So the spade is... Neither the joker nor the diamond is next to the club. Neither the diamond nor the spade is next to the heart. Neither the diamond nor the spade is next to the heart. Is that right? I don't know.
Luke, here's my answer.
It is! I'm a genius! Okay.
Puzzle solved.
So only strong grasp of logic can get you through puzzles like this. Perfect. Oh my god. Okay, right. I guess you follow this then. Puzzle 98, card order. We're so close to the end. I can touch it. I can feel it. Just like I thought, there's another puzzle locking this door. It looks really difficult, Professor. Luke, my boy, haven't you learned now? No puzzle is without an answer. Now we need to simply find that answer. Here, allow me. I bet it's another freaking sliding door puzzle. Number 98. 3333. Use each of the numbers 1 through 9 to fill in the blank of Pete's equation. We need to figure out... Okay, right. Okay. Right. Okay. So. 9, 6... So just immediately, just figuring out things that equal 3. Yes. Wait. 4. Okay, right. Let's take this. Right. So 9 take away 6 does equal 3. Yeah. Don't know if there's any other real way that can be done. 8 and 5. Yes. But 7 take away 2 isn't. Allow me to look up a hint. Just look up the first hint. Yeah, card order we got. 333. It's been a long time since I've done like maths like this. It's called a simple math problem, so you have to work it out if you want to solve it. However, there is a way to cut down the amount of work you need to do. Try thinking about the first and last digit for each number. The leftmost digit and the upper number is 4. Okay, that's good to know. I guess that's good to know. Well, if we know that this is 4, this must be 1, because 4 minus 1 is 3. Okay. What's hint 2, out of curiosity? There are 2 possible solutions, but some digits locate in the same place. For example, for both solutions, 7 is the leftmost digit of the bottom number. Okay. 7. So this must be... What must this be? How is 7 the leftmost? What? There's a last hint you're going to get. For the top number going from the left, the first 3 digits are... Wait, no, I'm dumb. But for some reason, when my mind said leftmost digit, my mind immediately went to, yeah, it must be, so, you know. Bro. Okay. 4, 1, 2. Okay. Cool. Yeah, that makes sense. 4, 1, 2. I could really use a sheet of paper. Unfortunately, I don't have one. I'm also just going to pull up a notepad document. Okay, so 4, 1, 2. Then 2 numbers we don't know. 7, 2, then 3 numbers we don't know. Okay, so 4, 1, 2. So yeah, that is what? 7,000. Yeah, okay, this all checks out. 2, so it feels like this on the end has got to be something's quite simple. So maybe it's 6 and 3. Okay. Right. Because that would mean that yeah, that on the end equals 3. Yes. So if that's 3, then this is 3. Let's try this.
Luke, here's my answer.
Okay, cool.
Every
Cool.
puzzle has
I mean,
an
obviously we used some hints for that one, so I'm not going to claim, like, ownership of getting that one right, but it's handy dandy that we did. Creativity and persistence, Luke. As long as you have these, no puzzle is beyond your reach. Professor, I was just thinking, do you remember that picture we found in Lady Dahlia's room? That's one of the Baron's late wife, Violet, holding a child who appears to be the young Flora, of course. That's the one. It's uncanny how much Lady Violet looked like Lady Dahlia. But Darren Reinhold's journal entries talking about Lady Dahlia? Sharp thing, though, I believe it went something like this. Ooh. The craftsmanship of it is simply remarkable. Reminds me of my sweet Violet when she was alive. That's the one that tipped me off. Professor, do you suppose Lady Dahlia is actually a robot built to resemble Lady Violet? It's entirely possible, maybe even probable given the circumstances, but if so, what a terrible, sad story these entries tell. Remember what the next entry said? Flora doesn't like the thing at all. Run away from it on multiple occasions. Recently spent more time playing by dear Violet's grave than anywhere else. I'm sad to say, but I doubt Flora will ever take to it. I can't blame her, as I've changed its memories. I felt terrible forcing that change on Flora, but I just couldn't bear to see it like that anymore. Violet, there can never be another you. You were my first, my last, and my only. Brian arranged for the construction of a robot for Flora that was identical to his late wife. Living with a machine that was so similar to his wife must have been too much for him. I decided to change the robot's personality, and so Lady Dahlia was created. She really created a magic figure. She must have gone through a confusing transition. Professor, do you suppose these robots feel sadness? Honestly, I'm not quite sure. I'm feeling that each of these robots is something that is not unlike a human heart. What do you think? I hope they do. That is quite sad. I still think Flora is 100% the girl, and I assume we're going to see that in the ending of the game here. Okay, let's go through this door. We're almost at the end. We're not quite there, but we're almost at the end. Okay. I don't know how many floors this tower had. Are we near the top yet? Yes, but it seems we have another puzzle on the way before we get there. Oh, maybe this is the last one in the game. Oh, I think this one is the last one in the game because it's number 100. Your task is to draw lines between the pins on this board to form 7 squares. The 7 squares do not have to be uniform in size, but you can only use each pin once. Alrighty then, give it a shot. Okay. Let's draw some squares. So immediately, I'm just going to test out how many squares we can draw. Just going like this. And the answer is 4. Wait. So, okay, we can't do like this. No? But, oh, you can only use each pin once. Okay, right, that makes sense, So we can do a big square. Oh, okay, I see I do quite like this puzzle, if I'm being honest. And it has to be a square. Right. Okay. Let's do this. Let's do that first of all. No, this is good. That's good. What? I'm confused. Is it because I'm using these technically? Okay, well, we can use, I guess, this. Okay. Right, we're just testing the grounds. Seeing what we can do and what we can't. So here, okay, so we can't do this because we've essentially just screwed ourselves. So we probably want one that's... What's the biggest square we can make? Something like that is the biggest square we can make. Okay, but it's because these are touching these. Okay. Right. So let's do this. Let's do that. We want to try and use all of the pins, I'm assuming. Or at least as many of them as possible. Right, so 2. 3. 4. Yeah, that won't work because it's... Oh, wait, does that work? I think that works. Okay, right. Okay, right, okay. Here we go. Right. Let's start. Okay, so I think we're learning new information with each one, which is about as good as we can. That's not a square. Okay, so let's see. Using this pin here, we can make this square. Oops. Yeah. Using that pin here. So what's wrong with this? Is it because it's touching in here? Is it because it's touching it? Is that the problem with it? So if we were to do that, so because we can do something like this, and then intersect with maybe something like technically you can make a square like that. No, you can't. That's not a square. Again, my stupidity holds no bounds. Right. Let's see here. So we can make one here from those 3. We can make one there. So what, wait, so what were the ones that we established we can make? We can make a square like that. We can make a square like that. Wait, I'll do this just to make things easier. So we can do a square like that. And we can do a square. Do a square like that. What on earth? Can we do a diagonal square? We can. Okay. Right. So there's however many. I've lost count. That's 5. Well, I'll use this for... I'm trying to see if we can... What kind of big squares? No, that's not one. What other big squares can we make? What other diagonal squares can we make, I guess, is the bigger question. It's not a whole lot of stuff left. Not a whole lot of pins left. We got to what, 5? That's pretty good. How many pins do we even have left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we have 7 pins left. We definitely can't make 2 squares with 7 pins. Right, so I guess we will clear... I do want to look at a hint for this, out of curiosity. Most of the squares you make will be tilted 45 degrees to the side, and their sizes will vary. Okay, so yeah, most of them are going to be tilted. So let's actually start by making this tilted square. Because then this allows us to make a square that's tilted like so. This, I'm happy we figured out the tilt thing on our own. I'm quite happy, I'm quite proud of myself for that one. We can actually... This feels a bit too perfect. This square. So you can even make a square in the middle of that. Right, yeah, and you can make... So that's 5, that's 4. This is 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 8 left to make 2 squares out of. I don't think we can quite do it, unfortunately. Yeah, I think we just can't do it with this set. Unless, of course, no, because that is... That was on there. So if we do that... okay, right. Let's see here. On the rest of these, what if we were to do that? So we need to make sure that we're especially making use of the squares which are over here. So what kind of squares can we make with this? I don't know what kind of squares we can make with this. Okay, so I guess the only square we can make with this is this, because it does feel like, especially, all the squares are especially chosen. Okay, so like, you know, we have to make sure we're using every single pin. Okay, so no, we can't do that. That's not a particularly perfect way we can do this. We can do something like that either. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. We can... Nope, we can't do that. That's 3. I do quite like the inside one, which is brings us up to 4 squares. Uh, 5 squares we can do. So we can obviously just do the small square here. We need to make sure we use this in a square. How do we use this in a square? By maybe... How would we use this in a square? I guess we would use this in a square by doing like that. We would use this in a square by... I guess by doing this is how we use that in a square. We use this in a square by doing that. Which other ones are just kind of loosely hanging out? We can do that with that. No, we can't. We cannot do that. We can... This is quite fun. I mean, I don't know if fun's the right word, but it's definitely mentally stimulating. Which I guess is what this game aspires to be. Mentally stimulating. Just trying to figure out which ones you can... Hint 2. You want more specifics? Alright, here's the location of one of the squares. Connect the 4 pins in the top left corner. Right, so we know, officially, this is a 100% a square. And hint 3. The largest square contains the pin that's third from the top on the left of the column. The third from the top on the left. So this one. And the bottom pin on the far right column. That one. How the hell do you make a square out of this? How do you make a square out of that? The bottom pin on the far... How the hell do you make a square out of that? That's not square. I have no idea. Wait. Third from the top. You also need to form a small diagonal block using the 2 pins lined up diagonally on the bottom left portion of the board. So I'm pretty sure this one is also set. So just to make sure I know that it's set, I'll do that. Okay. There are 2 more squares, just 2 more small squares, just like this one on the board. So there are 2 other ones just like this. This one isn't set, so I'll just do, I guess, it in red. 2 small ones just like this. My mind says this. And then that's 4. That's 4 out of the way. Fairness. And then do that. That's 5. I don't feel like that one is. It's this one that they've described that I just have no idea what they're talking about. Wait. No. How is it? I swear I just figured it out. Is that a square? I have no idea if that's a square or not. I'm going to assume that's a square and move on and just try out some of these. So that would then bring us to 5. Okay. Yeah, that's a square. So that's 5. Obviously, this has got to be connected to something. Yeah, maybe it's just as simple as like that. And then this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And there's not... How the hell is there not... Wait. Oh, there's this one still left on the board. So obviously that's not a square, which means that we need to readjust somewhat. What can this be a square with? This could be a square with... This could be a square with... What the hell could this be a square with? I don't even know. Nothing that I think we don't already know needs to be connected to something. Unless I'm like, oh, wait, no, because it can't even be connected to that. What? Why am I so confused? Because these are the only 4 left that should be able to make. Okay, wait. So we've seen all of the hints, right? Yeah, we've seen all of the hints. Okay, right. Let's try again. So knowing what we think we know. So what, like that? Is how we decided. That's a square. I'm not too sure, but I think it might be. Like that needs to be 1. How about try that? Yeah, okay. And probably needs to be another one of these, so maybe that. And let's see, that leaves us with the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So can we make squares out of, how do you make a square from this one? That might be it. That might be it. That might be it. I think they're all squares.
That should do it.
Are they all squares? Are they all squares? They're all squares!
Another puzzle solved.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Now we're free to keep climbing. You know, it's very odd how this town is simply huge and yet there's almost nothing inside of it. Yes, quite. Other than Bruno's room in the basement, the whole place is rather bare. Perhaps this is why Bruno's machines make such a racket. The tower is like a giant megaphone. Why would anyone want to bring such a big, purposeful tower? Purposeless tower. It's exhausting to climb this thing. Ah, did you ever consider this power might have been built for the express purpose of exhausting us? It's not one of those many trials, though. Those have been set out for seekers of the golden apple. Gosh, that makes perfect sense. Maybe that's also why the tower looks so scary on the outside. And that may, very possibly... This floor doesn't appear to have any puzzle set up, so if we climb the spiral staircase, maybe we'll reach the top floor. I think you may be right, my boy. Come, let's hurry. Please. Oh my gosh. Are we done? Are we out? Are we wait? Wait. Are we done? Are we done? Our view is obscured from the ground, but who would have suspected a charming cottage like this from up here? Look, the lights are on, Professor. It would appear that someone is living here. It's Baron. Sold chapter 9. We've sold chapter 9. Oh, save progress. Yes. Okay. Tower top floor. Here we go. They're almost certainly going to give us one last puzzle, aren't they? One final kick in the teeth. We've reached the top of the tower. Continue into the house. What kind of person would live in a place like this? Unbelievable. Just look at this room. The stuff in here has to be worth gazillions. It must be the top floor that Bruno spoke of. So we might be standing in the same room as the Golden Apple at this very moment? I've been waiting for you two. Oh, it's Flora. It's Flora.
It's you.
I really thought that the Baron was still alive. It's Flora, isn't it?
What's this? What's going on here?
My boy, what you see here is the golden apple herself.
You're the Golden Apple? Professor, you knew about this? I had an inkling. Don't you see how genius it is, though? The Baron didn't like the will to find a successor to his fortune. His dream was to find a worthy guardian for his daughter. He was willing to put his whole fortune on the line to do so. Yes, my name is Flora. I've been waiting here in the tower for so long. Were you locked up here the whole time? Oh no, but before Papa passed, he told me I should wait here until someone from outside, Saint Mystere, came for me. Papa said that whoever came for me would be someone I could trust with my life. So that's why you kept us watching us move around the town. What was that?
What's going on? Hmm? Oh,
It's definitely Don Paulo. It's definitely Don Paulo.
here I
Don Paulo, you little madman, mate. I don't know if madman's the right term. Whoa.
Ready or not?
Oh my god.
Follow me. Come now.
Layton saved the day. Come on, Layton. Show us why you should be in Smash. Absolutely deck him. Follow me. Follow me. We must evacuate this tower immediately. What now? Okay, come on.
Go ahead without it. I have an idea. We're fine. Go on.
Oh my god. It's the Ferris wheel all over again.
This way.
I like how they just start off walking. What are we going to do? I've got it. Just wait a moment, Flora. He's just doing some fun stuff. Okay. I see. Oh, I think this is where the opening cinematic, the intro for the series comes from. I just generally looked up Professor Layton cutscene. And yeah, here we go.
Layton, I'll smash you right out of the sky.
Here we go. Look at this man.
No. This isn't over yet, Layton. Just you wait. One day, I will have my revenge on you.
That's if we had to play one of the sequels, which I think we might at some point. Okay. Whoa. GG, boys. Aww. Oh, it's a wholesome ending. Thank goodness you're right, Professor. Don Paulo's flying contraption was something else. I really thought we were done for back then. Yes, it was all quite dodgy, but he also surprised us with the answer to one of our ongoing mysteries. How awful noise we heard the first time we visited Reinhold Manor? That one that spooked Claudia? This must have been a noise. We put it together. The racket was likely Don Paulo's contraption making a crash landing. It's the case that we now know the approximate time of Don Paulo's entrance to St. Mystere. That makes perfect sense. It figures that Franco wouldn't have noticed Don Paulo's entrance. So Flora is the golden apple that everyone's been looking for. This treasure that Lady Dahlia and others were chasing never existed in the first place. No, I'm fairly certain they were mistaken. I do believe a fortune is hidden somewhere in this town. But the Baron would need to hide it somewhere only the golden apple would know to look. You mean that Flora knows where the treasure is hidden? I'm sorry, but I don't know anything about treasure or anything like that. Let's head back to Reinhold Manor one more time. I suppose we'll clear everything up there. Whoa, okay. Professor, do you really think the treasure could be located here? Look closely at this painting, Luke. I'm sure it holds the key to the Reinhold fortune. But I've already looked at it. If we solve this mystery, Luke, I'm certain we'll come face to face with the Reinhold man. Touch the painting where the golden apple is hidden. It's there, isn't it? Because it's where she had a golden apple birthmark. I mean, now it's right here. Aha, hidden switch. Bit weird though that hidden switches. The switch seems to have activated the wall. It's like in his door. And to think that Reinhold Manor held the secret behind this painting all along. Looks like there's a passage that leads further in. Oh. Let's see where this passage goes. It's nice how Flora's such a non-character, but you know. Oh well. I guess it would have been quite a bit to suddenly make a character out of someone who's been in, you know, about 2 times. Oh my god, let's look at this place. I had no idea. Now, how in the world did you know how the switch were hidden in the painting? Listen closely, Luke. Wisdom wasn't the only thing Baron Reinhold required of potential guardians for his only daughter. You saw her too, that peculiar mark on her neck that only appeared once she laughed? In other words, Baron Reinhold set out one last requirement for the potential inheritor to his fortune. Want someone who can make Flora smile again after losing her Ostia to her. That person who only would... Oh my god, can we speak and finish this game off right? To that person, and that person only, would Baron Reinhold reveal the location of his actual fortune. That's unbelievable, Professor, but it all makes sense now. Flora, my little Flora. Where's that voice coming from? Flora, you made it here at last. That voice, Papa, is it you? Papa! My dear Flora, as the village watched over you as I would have. I built St. Mystere for you so that you would never have to know the loneliness. To be fair, burned the actual building, that's besides the point. In any case, if you come this far, I suppose it's safe to assume my plan was a success. My greatest regret is I'm not there to see you become a young woman. Please know that I want nothing more for you than to be happy. Whether the person by your side right now can give you that or not is up to you, I suppose. To you who found your way to my daughter's side, you have my heartiest congratulations. You made through the barrage of puzzle I set before you. Which personal ability already can't allow me to reveal St. Mystere's secret. Secret of St. Mystere? So I was told my physician I don't have much time left on this earth. I can come to terms dying, but the thought of leaving my only child alone in the world torments me. I've commissioned Bruno to construct St. Mystere. This way she'll be safe and protected until she's old enough to venture to the outside world. Streets and buildings are the bone of the village, the heart is people who live inside. That's why I asked to create all the villagers here, as well as the puzzles hidden within them. I asked Matthew to make news of my death public only once Flora has grown past childhood. So strange how does my beautiful little flower look now. I imagine she's lost me into adulthood. What's important to me is finding someone to whom I can both entrust my daughter and fortune. While the inhabitants of St. Mystere are constantly testing the knowledge of the visitor. To make this far, it must mean that you possess both wisdom and dedication to my daughter. I'm confident you will take good care of my fortune and Flora, so why everything in this room, the whole of my fortune belongs to you now. When you move from here, St. Mystere will complete the objective for which it was created. I imagine the inhabitants will fall into a deep sleep from which they are never to awaken. Now wait just a minute, is he saying that if we take this treasure, all of St. Mystere will just disappear? I honestly don't know the answer to that question, Luke. It's possible St. Mystere is designed to shut down the instant we lay a hand on the treasure. That happens, everyone will just stop? Like the puppets with their string cut? I leave it to you, brave traveller. Draw the curtain on St. Mystere and let his lifeless to rest. Above all else, take care of my precious daughter. She's in your hands now. Oh, Papa. I can't believe it. If we even touch the treasure, all of St. Mystere will just grind to a halt. Flora, by all rights, this inheritance belongs to you. She'd be one to decide what's done with it. I don't want it. But why ever not, my dear? People who live here have been with me for long. As curious as this village is, it's watched me grow up. On St. Mystere, I want my village to stay just as it is forever. I see. And so it shall be. What of you, Flora? Will you stay here with your village? Golden apple's been sold. Okay. Are you sure this is quite alright, madame? Certainly, if leaving will make Flora happy, I'd like nothing more than to see her off with a smile. Whoa. Whoa.
Goodbye then, little village. What an astonishing village that was, Professor Layton. Does this mean you'll be gracing the front page of the London Times again sometime soon?
No, Luke. St. Mystere's secret must stay between us.
Huh? Why do you say that?
You'll see, my dear boy. We don't want people to make a spectacle of Flora. That wouldn't be right.
Of course. Always thinking of others.
Well, one must always put a lady's needs first. That's what a gentleman does.
You tell them, Layton. You tell them. And I think that's to roll credits. Okay. Well, I guess this is when I do my goodbyes. Thank you guys so much for tuning into this Let's Play. If you have done so, This has been a really fun one. It's been very different than any other Let's Play I'll ever do again. And that it was me figuring out puzzles, which I'm not very good at, but I had a good time doing it. I hope you guys enjoyed. From here on out, you know, we might cover. Well, we will be covering a Professor Layton game at some point. Not sure when. We'll see what time calls for. But for now, thank you. I guess in review of this game, because I quite like doing a little review at the end. I really like this game. I think it's really charming. I think that's its best aspect. I think the character design and the graphics and everything and the dialogue, it gives it a really, really charming atmosphere, which I think really, really works well for it. I think the mystery is good. I think the mystery was handled well. We did clue on to a lot of it, which I think is always good. I think the Don Paulo twist was handled. The Don Paulo Chemley twist was handled well, I think. I think there were clues there. There were clues that Chemley was not how he seemed. I mean, not necessarily clues more than sweets. And I think that's probably Professor Layton's. No, I think there was some good. Because obviously there were little dialogue things that we didn't pick up on, but someone else might have. But I think it was good. Overall, the puzzles, I mean, obviously, that is purely down to personal taste, whether or not you like the puzzles. But personally, I think Professor Layton is a good game. Professor Layton Curious Village, at the very least, I think it's a good game. I think more people should play. I think it should be more well known. But for now, this is where our journey ends in Professor Layton. I shall see you guys in another time. But make sure you stay calm, keep hydrated, and all that jazz. Peace out. And for the last time in Professor Layton in the Curious Village, peace. Cheers. Cheers.